Well, howdy there, friends and neighbors. My name is Bluebelly, and I play simulation games. We're back here on New Woodshire on the Save the Farm series. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the game, welcome. I'm happy to answer your questions. We are playing sort of I guess you'd call it a little bit of a vintage playthrough here. We're going to use this International 1586 to spread some manure on our soybean fields, and we've got a little bit of cow manure and a little bit of pig manure. We're going to get as much of it in here as we can. Forget the capacity on this little well, there's a whoops. I guess I missed. I'll have to go back and fix that. But yeah, it's a smelly job. One of the people like to be as realistic as they can with this game. I like realistic sounds and realistic paint jobs if I can find them, but I'm okay. I'm a-okay without having realistic smells. And we're mucking out the old cows. Okay. That seems to have worked. I don't know what I did wrong with that first bucket. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, it won't all be this pace. We'll eventually get out to the field, and then it will be slightly faster. But I doubt anybody clicking on a farm sim video is doing so because they're looking for tons of action. One of the cool things about this game, if you ask me, is that it is very relaxed, and we're going to go ahead and get that stuff off of the ground. Because in the process, I can double check the capacity. Okay, so we're at 2,300 basically. Sneak on by here. Now this would be a really difficult job to do in first person, I'll be honest. Excuse me? There it is. So we dumped 500 of our like 950 that this bucket holds onto the ground. So let's try to be better this time. That looks good. Yeah, so it's definitely not the mod's fault. All right, this is all operator error. If you're watching, so the creator of the manure spreader is a modder who made several of the things that I'm using. His modding organization name is Scooter's Workbench, and I got almost all of this stuff from the G&G modding Facebook page. If you're interested in playing one of these kind of playthroughs yourself, I know that seems to be one of the things that I've run into since I've been doing farm sim videos and content, is that most people don't seem to really want to watch the playthrough. They want to check out the toys that you're using and then get those toys for themselves. Which, I mean, I guess that's where we all start at some point. You see somebody else play with something and you say, I want to try that. So, I mean, I get it. I'm not faulting anyone. Don't hear me as faulting people. I'm just saying most people aren't like, wow, I really want to sit and watch this relaxing 20-minute video of somebody playing farm sim. Most of my viewers seem to be like, they catch their, they see the tractor and the thumbnail, and then they come in and want to see if I have mods linked. And I don't, so they click away in 20 seconds. It's like, bro, you're killing me with that. But anyways, I'm sure you don't want to hear me whine about being a YouTuber. Okay, cool. What I'm going to do, this is a little bit It's either really smart or really redneck, but I am going to fill the bucket and take it out to the field with me. And once I get it down 1,000 liters, then I'll stop and refill it. So, all right, I'm not going over to the pig pen just for 6%. So once we get it down 800 liters, we'll stop and dump this in the back and then finish the load. So hopefully it won't be too hard to find where we left off. Okay, we're good on fuel. Now, if I remember right, we did down to about, oh, do we want to still be on 15x? I think that was to help get to this point. Yeah? Well, maybe let's split the difference. Let's go to 5x. Alright, it looks like there is where it ends. So we will start it up here. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can get a good view for this. This is pretty fast. 12 miles an hour feels pretty fast for this job. We're getting real close to that line if we're not on it. I mean, it won't be the end of the world if some of the, very few soybeans don't get covered. We're only really going to go until this manure is done anyways, so looks like we could get over just a skosh. That looks pretty good there. It's hard to get the camera right with this. Let's make a turn, an infield turn. Ready? Turn it back on itself. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Not bad for an amateur. This was our first field, so we might have enough to do the other field too. I'm not sure how much more there was in the pig manure pen. But I did buy this spreader, so that's good that we're producing manure that we're able to convert into more beans. There is a multiplier. It's like another 10% or something with every application of fertilizer you put on. It might even be 15. It's a decent enough boost in the yield that it's certainly worth for us because we don't pay for the fertilizer, for the manure. Certainly worth it for us. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this field and I'll dump what's in the bucket in before we start the next field. So let's get this tight turn and then down at the end of this row I'll stop and dump this in and we'll head over to the other field. Come on, cut. There we go. Alrighty. For some reason, there is traffic on this map, but for some reason, we just don't. You know what? This is silly. We just don't get traffic on this road specifically. Isn't that funny? That makes me laugh. Like, if you go down to the town, or even up to that circle up there, you will see a ton of traffic, especially in the middle of town. Like if you go to buy something from the store, you'll see people and equipment like crazy. Alright, there we go. This is going to be like one trip. I thought I was so clever. Oh, I'll bring this out with me. But that field pretty much took that whole batch. And let's just double check before I come out here. Yeah, 50% fertilized. So we'll get as much of it as we can. Nope. No, not that either. Okay, well, close enough. We'll get out here and get her started. Getting her done, as they say. Can we get a trip and a half? No. One trip. One stinking lousy trip. And by stinking, I literally mean stinking. Okay. Turn that off. I'll go fill up what's left in the pig area, and we'll bump the time back up and see what else needs to be done. It's about 10 after 5, so oh yeah, this should be a full load. It looks like it's every bit as much as was in the it looked like it until I did that. Boy, I don't want to cut down that tree, but it sure makes some of this camera work difficult. How about over here? Can we maybe, just maybe, do it? Here it is. Up and nope. Up. There it goes. I wonder how many pigs we're up to now. Looks like every bit 10, maybe 12. Enough that they're making us stink. But their stink will give us more beans. And more beans means more money. More money means we pay off our debt sooner. So I imagine most of the folks who are still watching are familiar with this storyline here that we're doing. But we've been working hard on this save for many months now. So I'm not saying I'm tired of it, but I'm saying about 6 episodes ago I said, I think we're close to being done, and here we still are. So it'll be interesting to see how much money we get for the beans. And then, I don't know, I'm still contemplating if I want to, how I want to handle things down the stretch. Feels good to be making progress, though, I'll say that much. I'm not real keen on doing a ton more grass work, for sure. Alright, so we had made the turn, but not very far. This road is awful. Like, literally, the fields are less bumpy than this road. I should plow the dang road and redo it. I think we made it about... We're gonna be about here. Okay, this is not gonna do the whole field, but if it can do 2/3 of the field, I'll be happy. Like I said, every little bit will help us get this farm paid off. And just a little top secret for those of you that are watching today. I already have another farm in mind to do a season 2 of this. I know that won't be thrilling to everybody, but it is to me, man. I really like doing this. I really like playing the game, and I really like... Oh, bummer. And I really like making videos. So I'm glad that it's getting some support. I'm glad that people are having fun with it like I am. We're going to put this... Why did I leave the sprayer there? That's a far more logical place for this. But that's alright. It's all good, my dude. I'm definitely not putting this in with the nice clean equipment. This one is a little tricky, I will admit, because it responds really quickly. That's good enough. Let's check out our pigs. 11. Okay, so I wasn't bad. I wasn't far off. Let's put our time back to 15. And take a look at our cows. We have 683. We only have 12 cows. We're sitting on 10 grand. How much are cows? $2,500. If I get 2 more cows, is it worth it? Then when this one comes in, we'll be at 15 ahead. How are we looking on money? Man, we're almost down to 100,000. Once these beans come in, you know what? I don't think I'm going to mess around with it, honestly. I don't think I'm going to mess with it. One of these tractors, I think it's a 766, is super low. Is it this one? Is it the 766? Yeah, that's pretty low. One of them was like really low on gas. Yeah, here we go. We'll take. Do we have anything we need to get rid of? Like equipment wise. I haven't used the bale shredder in a while. Did we? Oh, I can't remember if I determined that I can just throw these small bales in there for their bedding. Do they need bedding? Because we do have 2 large bales left. I think what we determined was, yeah, so that's food. It should go here, but it doesn't. You have to shred it. Yeah, it doesn't do it. So we need to keep that shredder. But I also had thought, you know, the next time I get a TMR mixer, next time I lease a TMR mixer, we can fill their straw when I'm doing that. But we'll get this one filled up with fuel. Man, this thing is slow. Feels slow. I'm sure this would be flying if you were really on it. Yeehaw! I think once we get back up to the farm, we'll park this tractor and be done for the night. Get in a good night's rest. And then hopefully the next morning the beans will be ready mid-morning, I would think. Noon at the latest, I hope. We can get our beans in. Get the beans in, pay down the debt, and then haul silage until we get everything paid off. Obla-dee, obla-da. I'm not sure if I want to turn the harvest into multiple episodes. I mean, it probably will take a while. I just don't know if people will enjoy that, watching that. I mean, if I put the harvester on a worker, sorry, I just knocked my mic off. If I put the harvester on a worker and I'm running the truck, we should be able to get it done fairly quickly. What is that? So, sunflowers over there. Looks like maybe barley over there? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool to do a sunflower contract. But I got rid of the, pretty sure I got rid of the corn header on our combine. Once I got enough corn to cover the the piggies for a bit. Very nice. Okay, so got 7 hours on this tractor. That's pretty cool. That could be a fun thing when we finally get out of debt. Take pictures of all the equipment with the amount of hours we put on it. Yeah, this one has 10. Oh man, if those two have that many, I bet this tractor we started on today, I always forget the number. Yeah, 3688. Oh, it's only 6.9. Oh, dude. I guess we got this later. I got this later in the save. I was going to say that I would have thought that would have been a lot more. All right, well, I guess we'll leave it where we started. The sun's coming down. We're going to hop in the house. We're going to walk in the house and sleep through the night, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.